Alright, let's talk about Haramain Signature Bleu Eau de Parfum. Now this is a cologne from the house of Haramain, of course, and it's a clone of Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum apparently, as opposed to their Amber Oud Blue line, which is a clone of the EDT. So I was very interested to try this one. The price on this is really good at about $20. And let's just open this up. So from the box you would assume that it kind of pulls out, but it really opens up like a book. Very nice presentation. I mean guys, $20 and you're getting this kind of presentation, that's pretty insane. Of course you got your ingredients on the back. Here's our batch code. So let's just get right into it. Here's the fragrance. We got our silica gel, of course. Lock that in. Let's just get right into the bottle. Very similar to the Dior Homme OG bottles. This is the new bottles of Dior Homme, and here is Al Haramain Signature Edition. A little bit wider and a little bit taller as well, but overall they look pretty close, especially when you take these off. Straighten out that atomizer. And yeah, they look pretty similar, except this one is going to be a much more cedar based, woody fresh, and this one should be a little bit more fruity citrus, nice sweet, with it being a Bleu de Chanel EDP clone. Without further ado, let's just get started, bro. Let's try this out. Pretty good. It's nice. Oh yeah, no, that's nice. That is very nice. I just realized that when you shine this at a certain angle, you can see the Al Haramain logo right there. That's nice. Yeah, right there, you guys can see that. That's pretty dope. I like that. It's unique, a little unique touch. This is a good smelling fragrance though. It's definitely sweeter than their Amber Oud Blue. And I actually prefer this to the Amber Oud Blues, which is surprising because that one costs $40 and this one's half the price. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Amber Oud Blue Edition. Let me just compare those two fragrances. I really like this bottle. I like the fact that it's got this like navy blue metallic on the sides and the bottom, you know, the top, and then you just have clear on the front and back. It looks nice. Alright guys, so I went ahead and grabbed Amber Oud Blue Edition as well as Bleu de Chanel EDP just to do a quick comparison. I want to see how this compares to the other fragrances. I'm going to spray this one on my right wrist, see how it compares to Signature Blue Edition. Obviously this has a pressurized atomizer, as you guys can see. Very nice. Yeah, so based off of these two, I still think this is closer to Bleu de Chanel than this one. This is more of a soapy and woody type of fragrance, and I've always noticed that about this fragrance, which is why you can kind of see I don't really wear it that much. I've used about 15% of it so far, but for me, it's hard to wear just because it's mostly just a little bit of citrus and then woods and soap. That's what I really get out of this one. It doesn't have that like striking quality that Bleu de Chanel has. This one is much more in line just based off of that initial spray. It's kind of more of an intimate scent. And I mean, that's to be expected for the price point, but I would definitely say overspray this and put some lotion on your skin before, just so it's hydrated and it'll lock in the fragrance a little bit better. Now, let's look at Bleu de Chanel. I'm actually going to put that on this. I'm going to put a little bit, since this has been maturing for 4 years, so it's pretty monstrous in terms of performance now. Bleu de Chanel just has, especially after maturing for all this time, it has this very sweet quality to it that I love. I think it's very alluring. It has this high quality, fruity, citrusy, fresh, sweet vibe that I absolutely adore from this fragrance. It's an absolutely beautiful fragrance DNA that obviously this one's not going to touch because it's over $100 cheaper, but I would say if you're looking for something a little bit less sweet than this, or something that's more wearable, for me Bleu de Chanel is such a beautiful DNA that I feel like I have to be in the office or I have to be suited up to wear this type of fragrance DNA, but I absolutely adore the fragrance. So one of the best ways I can describe Al Haramain Signature Blue Edition, guys, is if you took this fragrance right here, Amber Oud Blue Edition, toned down both the woods and soapiness, amped up the aromatics, the citruses, add a little bit of sweetness into there, and you'd get this. And alternatively, you could say it's Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, but with much of that bubblegum sweetness and fruitiness taken out and amped up in the citrus department, with just a hint of woodiness in there. Overall though, I think it's an excellent fragrance. For $20, I think it's one of the best dailies you can get for the money. It has almost like a vibe if they came out with a Bleu de Chanel Sport. That's the kind of vibe I get from this particular fragrance. It smells like a Bleu de Chanel Sport. It has that same overall DNA and vibe in the background, but much more amplified on the citrus department and much less so on the sweetness department. So overall, I really like this one. I actually like it more than the more expensive brother Amber Oud Blue Edition. And overall, I think it's a really good value proposition. I mean, $20 for something that smells like a sport edition of Bleu de Chanel. Can't really go wrong. So that's Al Haramain Signature Blue, guys. $20. I'll leave a link in the comment section below.